We are live. Welcome to our another live webinar on the LinkedIn, Periscope and YouTube as well. My name is Vladimir Bashkov and I'm responsible for business development and partner management at Security and Safety Things. And today I'm excited to introduce you one of our partner, AndroVideo, the company who is producing powerful smart edge devices. And devices run our open operation system, which gives them an access to the application store. But before we'll go forward, I'd just like to give you a few words about Security and Safety Things. We are a Bosch corporate startup and we are running the open platform for the security industry. We all know that security industry is quite conservative, but even the very conservative industry should change time to time. We saw these changes in the security industry several years ago when IP cameras substitute the IP cameras substitute the analog ones. And I'm pretty sure we are in front of a new big changes when the smart cameras will substitute the regular ones. But at the same time, smart cameras should be smart enough to be open and secure, to run independently different applications, simultaneously different applications. And this is exactly what we are doing. Just try to imagine that you will manage applications inside of your camera like you are doing it with your smartphone. Let's jump straight to the Ivan here, who will represent you the brand new products from the AndroVideo. And if you will have some questions, feel free to leave them in a chat box and we'll come back to you during the stream. Welcome, Ivan.
Hi everyone, my name is Ivan Ye from AndroVideo. Today I'm on behalf of our business development team, and in today's webinar we are going to announce our new security and safety things enabled smart camera that is available in the market today, and about our future product release. I believe that most of you have gone through the webinars before us. There have been hardware manufacturers like Vivotech and Qualcomm, and also the apps developers like CVIDIA or DSR Corporation. And they have shared their knowledge and insights to the ecosystem. We think it's very interesting when we say it's an ecosystem, because that means all the participants, partners within have a certain degree of mutual dependence. So an ecosystem is all about co-working, co-creation, and mutualism. And therefore, we also want to contribute our knowledge to the community. So in the first session, we will give you a shopping guidance when you access to the application store. Then we will share our knowledge about our product strategy, so that you will have a better understanding on what kind of camera you should choose to match up your applications. Then finally, we will tell you the story about ourselves, AndroVideo. So let's dive into the first session, shopping guidance. Perhaps like me, we all have read many market research that told us the market growth will be 13%, 16%, or even 25% per year. But you might ask, where are those growths goes to? Where are those money goes to? And at the same time, we see the paradigm shift in the industry has been lasted for nearly 20 years. And there are plenty of standard solutions for the fixed use cases for the users. Just like the chunky rocks in the cup on your left. And everyone wants to expand their solution to the maximum. And the market turns to be very competitive, crowded, and the industry runs very inefficiently. However, we see there are still lots of unfulfilled needs and fragmented user scenario as business opportunity in the market. And we believe we have the solution that can fully penetrate the market. At the same time, we think the solution we bring in will create a new business in a way unlike how it was before. And of course, you still can enjoy the classic way doing your project with a standard solution for the highly competitive segments. It's a stable business, so why not? Just like single malt whiskey has a constant and unified flavor. But the new business we are talking about right now is a customized, versatile solution and changeable for each person and each purpose. And what we do is to decouple different ingredients and recreate a wide variety of flavors, just like the cocktail on your right. And we consider this new business is adapted and fun. And we also want to talk about why we choose a smart camera, and because it will relate to how we choose your application from the store. From a research by Gartner in 2018, they have summarized for us the 5 most important factors that requires edge computing. In our industry, that means to perform deep learning video analytics on a smart camera. Firstly, the factor of latency asks a question. Do you require a result of video analytics feedback to you immediately, like you want to respond to a gun detection incident as quick as possible? Or do you also wish the camera can still work alone when the internet connectivity is off? Because sometimes the damage could be huge and unbearable. And local interactivity means how frequent you need your camera feedback to your service, like falling down detection. It doesn't require a very high frequency. At the same time, you want to keep the privacy by not streaming to a remote server. Then finally, bandwidth cost is still very expensive in many cases, and running video analytics on a server is not the most cost-effective way eventually. Applications on an edge device can be presented in different forms. In previous webinar, we found Steve Ma from VivoTech presented an AI box, which is a very interesting idea. When an app doesn't require friend-to-friend analytics, an AI box with the same computing power comparing to a single AI camera can analyze multiple camera inputs. With one single application and depends on the frame rate it requires, it can support several existing cameras and save your cost. It's more like a traditional proprietary solution, but still has the advantage of edge computing. And on the contrary, a smart camera can download multiple apps for one single image source and work for complex user scenarios. And you can download different apps onto the same camera when your scenario changes. So a smart camera will be an open system. So based on the preconditions regarding to latency, privacy, complexity of user scenario, we can put all apps onto a diagram like this one. On your bottom left, you will see those use cases you are familiar with. They are implemented on a large scale, and it usually functions for single purpose and single application, such as public safety and smart transportation. They are usually offered with a total solution and tended to be proprietary. And on your upper right, we have apps that are implemented on a smaller scale, requires complex tasks at the same time, and requires fast response to the system, like gun detection or even social distancing for COVID-19 topics. The needs are complex and fast changing, requires the openness of the system and real-time response. And this is our shopping guidance for the application store. So after our talks on application store, then we will share our knowledge about the product strategy from AndroVideo. When we talk about edge computing, AndroVideo believe that the platform you choose is very important because look around you, the world today, most of the computing power has been migrated from the mainframe computer to those servers, then finally mobile devices. The Android phone on your hands has explained the whole story itself. With Qualcomm's core competency, they are the most trusted platform for mobile era. And this means Snapdragon SoC stand for the highest computing performance in the industry. Then on top of Qualcomm SoC, we have security and safety scenes software framework. As mentioned, there have been many manufacturers contribute their devices in various forms. So when you develop one app, it can be deployed onto various devices to fit in different user scenario. And finally, the core competency of the entire ecosystem is the contribution of many app developers creating the most abundant application that bring us to the maximum business opportunity. So here are the smart camera we offer. We now introduce 3 cameras in different form factors. The first one is a bullet type camera EBL2, which is, as we understand it, at the moment the only one bullet type camera available in the market. And also we have one mini dome MD2 and one outdoor dome VD2. We summarize the spec highlights among them in one list for you. And of course, the most important component in whole camera we consider is the computing unit. All of our camera contain a QCS 605 SoC, which is an octa-core CPU. And the second, the image sensor, we go with Sony's CMOS, which has 4K resolution at 30 frames per second. We want to give a little bit more input about Qualcomm's SoC, and thanks to Tim Yates, the senior director of product management from Qualcomm, who gave us Qualcomm's product plan earlier in previous webinar. At the moment, we have 603 and 605 in the market, and for future release, Qualcomm will announce 2 more SoC, QCS 610 and 410. So as you can see, QCS 605 is categorized as high performance among the rest. Following 603 and 610 is the middle, and 410 is the low. For video analytics, we believe that if you want to run as many apps as possible in one camera, you should go for 605. And it will create scalability for the combination of apps. Following Qualcomm's SoC, we believe that the CMOS is the second most important component in one smart camera. 4K resolution CMOS will offer a better allowance for different apps, since each app will require different image quality. You definitely don't want your app's performance is limited because of the poor quality of your image. Secondly, AndroVideo chose Sony's CMOS with StarVis technology because Sony adopted a back illuminated technology that enable low light performance at 0.5 lux. The same idea here. We are offering a deeper capability into dark light environment, so our cameras allow you to run your apps under border condition. Well, we have talked about so many nice things about our cameras, so you might ask, when can I purchase those cameras? At the moment when you are watching this webinar, we have already given MD2 the mini dome for production. For those app developers, if you just need a SaaS device to develop or test your app, we think MD2 is sufficient for you. At the same time, there are several dozens of samples for EBL2, the bullet type camera. If you are an integrator and want to test the camera in a real-world case, for example, public transportation, public surveillance, we will recommend you EBL2. And finally, VD2, the outdoor dome, its sample will be ready in October. Then in the following months, we will have EBL2 and VD2 for production. Then finally, we would like to share with you about our story, our company, AndroVideo. When the company name AndroVideo comes to your mind, you can easily imagine that this company must be working on video. Yeah, exactly. We are doing video analytics via the technology of deep learning on top of Android ecosystem. And this company was founded in 2015 with a group of young talents from Qualcomm, HTC, and GeoVision. Because of the experts from Qualcomm, we have the confidence to say that we know the capability of Qualcomm SoC very well. And also because of the software R&D from HTC, which is a well-known Android smartphone manufacturer from Taiwan. And they dig in Android OS very deeply, so they have the capability to optimize Android OS. Then putting together, we know how to drive this SoC to its maximum performance. Also, because of the domain know-how from GeoVision, as you may have heard of, they are one VMS supplier from Taiwan, and they are deepening us the domain knowledge about security industry. Within 3 years, around the end of 2018, AndroVideo was acquired by Ability Enterprise. Ability Enterprise, unlike AndroVideo, and itself has a 55 years old history. It has nearly 40 times the capital and nearly 50 times the employees. Ability's core business is consumer digital camera manufacturing, and they have been ranked as the worldwide #1 digital camera ODM manufacturer. Combining AndroVideo's expertise, which are software framework and artificial intelligence, and also the core competency from Ability Enterprise, which are optical and mechanical. All this will need to leverage a highly skillful EE integration and finally mass manufacturing. So that is why we believe a good merger will bring different expertise together, and that is why we have the confidence to say that AndroVideo here are offering one of the best AI camera in the world, and also one of the best capability of camera manufacturing in the world. Okay, then finally, why this group of young talents are gathered together here? Because we have our own vision and business prospect. We start with a small device based on the Qualcomm Android platform. Then with security and safety things software platform, we are able to leverage it. Its application store combined to become a versatile AI-enabled camera. And for the gentlemen who are trying to provide a software service, SaaS, for example, video surveillance as a service, and you are also welcome to join us in this ecosystem because we believe as a smart device, eventually we will need a good software service combined to become a total solution in this specific vertical market. And with all the elements here, we can certainly reach a piece of the AIoT, and we also believe AIoT will be the most promising business in the future decades. So this is pretty much about our presentation today, and thank you for your attending, and thank you Security and Safety Things for providing such a good platform. If you have any question, please feel free to contact us or Security and Safety Things. Thank you.
Thank you, Ivan. It was very interesting to learn about the new edge devices which can run multiple applications from the application store and can help the customers to address their specific needs. Feel free to browse through the application store. The link you will find in the description. And if you don't find something specific application which can address your needs, don't hesitate to contact us. We have multiple application partners who is willing to provide and to develop specific applications to fit your customer needs. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Thank you for being with us for this webinar. And if you didn't have a chance to catch this live video, don't hesitate to leave your comments below, and we will come back to you as soon as possible. Have a nice day and see you next time.